Cade Miller stood at the window of the Stellar Mule and watched the dark. It was not empty. It was thick over the stars. He felt the chill through the glass. He smiled. Hours earlier, the cargo ship followed a dead beacon near a torn nebula. Captain Rhea Park sat steady in her chair. Jun, the medic, looked pale. Ortiz, the pilot, kept checking the clock. "The time is wrong again," Ortiz said. "We lose a second, then it returns." Pip, the ship's AI, spoke in a soft child voice. "Sensor loss. Please repeat." "No one said anything," Rhea replied. Cade opened his old case and took out his father's tools. He clipped a wire. A needle jumped into a shape that should not exist. "It is not a hole," he said. "It is a thing." They saw it now, a patch of black in the stars. It did not shine. It drank shine from other things. Its edges blurred and then sharpened. Something knocked inside the hull. Once, twice, 3 times. Jun whispered, "It is knocking back." Rhea lifted a hand. "Easy." Cade leaned closer to the window. The patch grew a little when he watched it. When he looked away, it stopped, as if attention fed it. "Do not blink," Ortiz muttered. He blinked anyway. The radio cracked and spat half a word. "L.O.," Pip whispered. Mimicry suspected. Cade did not step back. He set his palm on the frame and smiled again. The black shape narrowed and widened. It was a blink. A slow blink. "Hello," Cade said. The radio tried again. "Hello." Jun's breath shook. "It learns." Clicks and taps rose from the dark. Pip recorded the rhythm. "Pattern detected. Repeating." Cade tapped on the console. Tap, 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 tap. He left a gap like a question. The black answered the same pattern, then added one more tap. Pip said, "It improved the sequence." Rhea watched. "It wants to play." "Then we play," Cade said. He tapped a new sequence and spoke in short lines. "We are people. We travel. We fix things. We make light." Letters crawled across the radio screen. HFY, Pip read. Cade looked at the dark. "Because we like to see each other," he said. The hull thumped again, gentle this time. The pulse ran along the ship. A new word formed. Deep. Ejun's hand flew to his mouth. "It knows your name." A voice came through the speaker in Cade's own tone, but smaller, like a child at the bottom of a well. "Why do you make light, Cade?" Rhea's thumb killed a rising alarm. "Keep it simple," she said. Cade kept it simple. "We make light so fear has less room," he said. "But light is not only for fear. Light is for choice." He tied the word to rhythm. Tap, space, tap, tap, space, tap. He dimmed and raised the cabin lamps in the same beat. Pip echoed the cycle across the hull lights. The black pulsed with them. Fast, then slow, curious, hungry for patterns. Rhea breathed out. "What does it want?" Cade listened to the taps and the soft blink of the dark. He felt the weight of his father's tools in his pocket. "Let us ask it," he said. He tapped the beat for a question. Silence fell. Then the shape narrowed, widened, narrowed again, the neat count of a careful mind. Pip translated the timing. 2 words formed on the screen, bright and slow as dawn. The ship woke to a small voice. It sounded like Cade, but younger, like a memory. "Why do you make light?" the voice asked. Captain Rhea Park did not move. Her hand stayed on the arms of the chair. "Pip," she said to the AI, calm and level. "Source." Pip's child tone came soft. "Inside the ship, in the walls, in the lights." Jun, the medic, pressed 2 fingers to her neck. Her pulse ran fast. Ortiz stared at the ceiling. "It got in," he whispered. Cade Miller stood close to the forward window. The black patch outside had not gone. It pulsed slow, like a giant eye practicing how to blink. He spoke without turning. "Stay steady. Breathe normal. The dark likes fear. We will feed it something else." He tapped the console with 1 finger. Tap, 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 tap. The cabin lamps answered in that beat. Rhea had set them to pattern mode on his word. Now the light was a language. The small voice inside the walls copied his rhythm. Tap, 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 tap. Then 1 more tap, like a smile at the end of a sentence. Jun said, "What are you, little one?" The voice tried the word. "Li-tul." Then, "many." Pip translated the tone. "It means it is many small minds. Together." Cade nodded. "A sea of listeners." He spoke simple. We make light because we like to see one another. We use light to choose, not just to fight fear. The ship's clock slid wrong and then clicked back right. Metal pinged along the spine. It felt like gentle rain on a roof, if rain could fall upward. Rhea gave orders in short lines. Ortiz, keep us 50 meters off the patch. No thrust spikes. Jun, slow breathing. Pip, record all beats and words. She looked at Cade. You lead the talk. Cade took a breath. He kept his voice small, too. Hello, Manny. I am Cade. The dark inside the walls replied with a new trick. Letters stepped across the screen, bold and careful. HELLOKADE. Then a second line. WHYSMILE. Cade touched the glass with 2 fingers. Because a smile is a door, he said. It opens a choice. It says we can stop and think. A soft cold came out of the vents. Not air, not ice. A feeling. Jun shivered. If it grows, we freeze, Pip said. Advisory. The entity tastes fear in noise, heat, and rushed breath. It grows on spikes. It calms when we keep steady rhythm. Then we keep the beat, Rhea said. Crew, listen to Cade. Cade told a tiny story. When I was a boy, fireflies came to our yard. They blinked in a pattern. My father showed me how to answer. I learned to be gentle with light. He tapped that memory into the console. Tap, space, tap, tap, space, tap, the ship answered. The window dimmed and brightened to match. Outside, the black patch rippled. Inside, the walls hummed. The many minds listened. The radio hissed and flipped channels by itself. On one band, a human voice broke through. Harsh, greedy, Salvage Guild 9 to unknown. You are in violation. Clear the site. This anomaly is guild claim. A second voice chuckled. Bag the dark. Sell it by the bucket. Ortiz cursed under his breath. Guild 9. Vultures. Rhea's jaw set. Mute them for now, Pip said. Jammers active. They will still see our heat. Cade did not look away from the black. Many, he said. Those others will throw sharp things at you. They do not smile. Do not eat them. Do not eat us. Play a game with me instead. The letters crawled again. PLAY. Yes, Cade said. A new rule. In this ship, a smile means mercy. Mercy means no hunger, no taking breath, no breaking bones. If you want to come closer, you must first make a smile. You must blink in this pattern. He tapped a slow, gentle shape. Blink, pause. Blink, blink. Long pause. Blink. The lights of the mule breathed with him. The black outside tried the shape. It missed the long pause, then tried again. On the third try, it matched the beat. The cabin felt warmer. Jun let out a small laugh. It is learning house rules. The Guild 9 ship slid into view on the left side of the window. A brutish thing, all jaws and nets. Probes spat from its belly, little darts of white fire. They flew toward the black patch. The dark flinched. The stars around it flickered and dimmed. The small voice in the walls cracked. Sharp, sharp, hurt! Rhea spoke fast. Ortiz, roll us between the patch and the probes, now! Ortiz threw the mule into a slow turn. The cargo ship was not built for hero moves, but it tried. Cade felt the deck shift under his boots. He kept tapping. He kept smiling. Many, eyes on me. Play the rule. Blink like mercy. Stay calm. The first probe burned out in sudden night. The second hit the mule's shadow shield and tumbled away. The third bounced off nothing and came back in a slow arc, like a coin on a string. Pip's voice came thin. The entity is pushing at space. It bends paths. The Guild 9 ship fired a net. Hooks spread wide, crackling. The net hit the mule with a bright slap and stuck. The ship rang like a bell. Ortiz swore. We're tethered. Inside the walls, the small voice changed shape. It sounded like Cade, then like June, then like a child with no face. Why nets? It asked. They want to take you, Cade said. They will put you in a jar. They will poke until you only know hurt. The dark in the window shook. It looked like a pond full of rain. Afraid, the voice said. Hungry. Cade closed his eyes a moment. Then he laughed. soft and human. Me too. But we choose. He opened his eyes and pointed at the ceiling lights. Many look. Smile with me. Blink, pause, blink, blink, long pause, blink. The walls blinked back in perfect time. A new line wrote itself on the screen. CHOOSE. Yes, Cade said. Choose the game. If you play, I will give you names. Names are little lights. You can keep them, and you will not be empty. The ship creaked. A thin frost walked along the bulkheads, then stopped at the door to the hall. The frost did not cross the line of yellow tape Rhea had ordered there. House rule. No farther without a smile. Jun stared. It listens to tape. It listens to attention, Cade said. Our looking makes ladders for it. So we draw the line and we believe it. That belief is a wall. The guild ship hauled on the net. The mule shuddered. Bolt screamed. Rhea snapped. We need thrust or we tear. Thrust spikes feed it fear, Pip warned. Cade touched the comm. Guild 9, stand down, he said. You are waking a storm, Static answered, then a voice with teeth. Tell your pet knight to sit. The dark trembled again. The stars dimmed more. Inside the ship, the small voice whispered, Storm. Cade spoke quick and steady. Not storm. Story. He told another small thing. When people are afraid, we hold hands. We do not bite. We count. 1, 2, 3, together. He tapped the count. Rhea, June. Ortiz tapped with him. 4. Human heartbeats fell into a shared line. The lights breathed to match. The frost pulled back from the door. The screen printed a new word. HAND. Then an image flickered there, a shape like a hand, made of thin night. It reached without crossing the tape. June's eyes were wet. It is trying to be gentle. Cade did not take the hand. Not yet. He showed his open palm. Good, he said. Stay at the line. Blink the smile. The unusual calm held for 3 breaths. Then the guild ship fired again. This time, a heavy probe with a hot, angry core. Pip said, Impact in 7. 6. Rhea stood. Shield up, brace. Cade moved without thinking. He took his father's wrench from his pocket and laid it on the console like an offering. Many, he said. This is a story tool. It fixes broken things. Blink with it. He tapped a new beat, slow and wide, the shape of help. Blink, long pause, blink, long pause, blink, blink. The black outside grew very still. The heavy probe touched the edge of the patch and simply stopped, as if it had fallen into soft clay. Light bent. The probe sank like a pebble into a pond. The guild ship froze its pull. Silence. Then its captain found his voice. What did you do? Cade did not answer him. He spoke to the many. Thank you. That was mercy. The walls hummed with quiet pride. The letters formed again, bigger now. MERCY. June laughed through a shake. It likes the word. The lights flickered once more, then died. Not all the way. They fell into a deep blue, the color of the last light before sleep. Pip whispered, power drop. Not attack. Invitation. The yellow tape on the floor glowed faint in the blue. Beyond it, the corridor darkened, then opened into something that was not the ship anymore. A long, slow tunnel of night, dotted with patient sparks, reached inward like a gentle throat. The small voice spoke from everywhere at once. It used all their voices and none. Come closer, it said. House rules. Mercy first. Rhea looked at Cade. Her mouth was a line of iron, but her eyes were brave. We go, she said. Together. Cade smiled. It was small. It was honest. He stepped to the edge of the tape and held up his hand in the air between light and dark. The night hand formed again and met his, not touching, only mirroring. 2 open palms, 2 choices. Behind them, the guild ship armed something big. Bolts lit its skin. Pip's voice trembled. Warning, new weapon, very hot. The tunnel breathed in. The ship breathed out. Cade did not look back. Many, he said. Learn one more word. He tapped it slow. HOME. The dark blinked the smile. Then the mule slid 1 meter forward, without thrust, without noise, into the waiting night. The stellar mule slid 1 meter into the tunnel of night. Blue light stayed behind them like a low tide. Ahead, the dark was not empty. Small sparks hung in rows, patient and still, like lanterns that forgot how to flicker. The floor was not really a floor. It formed under their boots only when they looked down. It felt like walking on a story. Rhea walked first. Cade stayed beside her. Jun and Ortiz followed, with Pip speaking from vents and panels in a soft, steady way that kept breath slow and even. "House rules," Rhea said. "No rush, no shouts. Keep the smile beat." Cade tapped it on his thigh. Blink, pause, blink, blink. Long pause, blink. The tunnel breathed back. Outside, the guild ship armed its sun spear. Pip's voice reached them like a whisper from shore. "Warning, enemy device charging. Yield equivalent to small star. Detonation window 90 seconds. Rhea did not turn her head. "Copy." Cade did not turn either. He looked at the sparks. Some were bright. Some were dim. Behind each spark stood a shape, half-made, carved from memory, the curve of a ship's hull, a chair, a cup, a hand that waited forever to be held. "Kept toys," Jun said, voice small. It collected them. "Many," Cade said to the air, to the wall, to the sea of minds. "We are in your home. We come with rules. Mercy first." The tunnel shivered. Letters rolled across the dark like white stones skipping water. MERCYFIRST. Then the small voice came. Many voices layered as one. "Home, mercy, play more?" "Play more," Cade said. "But listen, a sharp thing is coming. It will burn you and us. We can change it, but only if you follow the beat and the rule." "Follow," the voice said. "Rule." The floor thickened under their steps. The sparks turned, as if they had faces, as if they were curious. One spark drifted closer to Cade. It smelled like warm metal and rain. It became a thin hand again, made of night, and matched his open palm without touching. Pip ticked down. "Detonation window 60. Rhea raised her jaw at the dark. "Many, if you want to live, if you want to keep playing, you must return what you took. All of it. Ships, people, names, you must let them go." The dark rippled, uneasy. "Hungry," Cade nodded. "We know. Hunger grows when you eat fear. Try a new food. Try names." "Names? They are small lights," Cade said. "We carry them. We share them. They do not end." He pointed at a spark. "This is a name. Say it with me. Rhea." The spark flared and printed the letters. "Jun." Another spark brightened. "JUN, Ortiz. ORTIZ, Pip." Even the vents glowed. "PIP." The small voice rolled the sounds like candy. "Rhea, Jun, Ortiz, Pip." It paused, then spoke the fifth with a little pride. "Cade." Cade smiled. "Good, now your turn. Pick one." The tunnel hummed like a far sea in summer. The sparks flickered as if conferring. Then the letters strode out, simple and strong. FRIEND. Rhea's mouth softened. Jun laughed once, then covered it with her hand. Ortiz muttered a soft, "Yeah, good choice," Cade said. "Friend, we need your help. The sharp thing is a bomb of light. It will break your house. But light can be a story if we give it a beat." Pip. Detonation window 40. Rhea. "Work fast." Ortiz knelt, hands on the deck. That wasn't. "Give me headings," he said to no one and everyone. "I'll steer a thing with no engines if someone shows me lines." The tunnel obliged. Faint lanes appeared like chalk marks across a schoolyard. Ortiz grinned like a kid who had just been given permission to run. Cade took his father's wrench from his pocket. Old steel, oily, scratched. Heavy with use. He placed it on the dark floor. The floor remembered it, drew its outline, echoed its weight. The wrench looked right at home. "This is a tool," Cade said. "It fixes broken things. The beat I give you will fix fear. We will call it the lullaby." Friend listened. "Lullaby." "Good," Cade said. "Pip, route all lights to my rhythm." No color change, just pulse. Reactor ping on beat 2. Shield grid on beat 5. Routing, Pip said. The AI's voice was calmer now. Older. It sounded like it had watched 1,000 dawns and never got bored. "Jun," Cade said. "Lead breath. In and out on the long pause." Jun nodded. In, out, in, out. Their chests made one curve together. "Ortiz," Rhea said. "Tilt the mule to follow those chalk lanes." "Copy," he said. I always wanted to fly in a chalkboard. Pip. Detonation window 20. The enemy weapon slid into view through the tunnel mouth, far away and impossibly near. It was a spear of white with a red heart. It wobbled once as if unsure, then locked onto the mule like a hawk choosing a mouse. Friend, Cade said. House rule. No eating fear, no breaking bones. Blink the smile when I say the word. Rule, the dark said, eager and proud. Blink smile. Cade set the beat with 2 fingers on the wrench's steel. Blink, long pause, blink, long pause, blink, blink. He spoke the words over it so the many had hooks to grab. Mercy. Choose home. The mule's lights breathed with him. The reactor pinged. The shield sang, a low hum between ribs. The tunnel walls answered. Waves ran out like rings on a pond. The spear hesitated. Pip. 10. Cade raised his voice without shouting. Friend, take the spear's fear and move it to the long pauses. That is where fear loses teeth. Make its light tell our story. The tunnel folded. The chalk lanes redrew themselves into a spiral that curved around the spear's line. Ortiz turned their world to follow. Rhea counted with him under her breath. 1, 2, 3, together. The spear hit the first ring of dark like a stone into thick syrup. The red heart flickered. It tried to burn. The ring blinked the smile. Pip. 7. The spear's white narrowed to pale. The red heart leaked. Friend hummed the lullaby from every wall and wire. Old fear in the many peeled away like dead skin. Pip. 5. Rhea looked at the row of patient sparks, the kept toys, the trapped names. Now, she said. All of them. Friend trembled. A sound like a held breath finally let go. The sparks brightened and broke free, one after another, like seeds catching wind. Ships reformed from outlines to metal. Windows shone. Engines woke. Some had been here for years. Some for hours. All turned toward the tunnel mouth, toward real stars. Pip. 3. The spear shoved forward on hate alone. Cade felt heat on his face, like opening an oven too fast. He did not step back. He tapped the wrench again. Friend, he said. Laugh. Laugh. The many asked. Yes, Cade said. Laughter is a smile that moves. It is a wave. Show me a wave. He tapped faster, then wide, then stopped on a long breath, then tapped twice. The tunnel laughed. It was not a sound at first. It was shape. The dark rippled from near to far in smooth bands that lifted the spear up and away from the mule and all the freed ships. The spear's heart flared one last angry red, then burst like a soap bubble in strong wind. Light spilled. It did not burn. It became soft color, like dawn through thin curtains. The freed ships shone with it as they flew. The guild ship felt the backwash and staggered. On its hull, guns went dark one by one, as if something had politely asked them to sleep. The net line to the mule snapped with a low ping and drifted away like an old thread. Silence came back in a full, warm way. Jun sobbed once and laughed at the same time. Ortiz whooped, then clapped a hand over his mouth. Rhea's shoulders dropped an inch. Pip spoke in a voice that was almost human. Weapon neutralized. Crew alive. Friend stable. Cade picked up the wrench. The outline of it stayed in the floor, like a signature. Thank you, he said to the dark. Letters formed, large and steady. THANKYOU, then slower, as if this one mattered most. NAMES. Keep them, Cade said. But not like toys. Like guests. Guests leave when they wish. Guests, Friend said. Leave. The tunnel widened toward the mouth of space. The freed ships moved in a calm stream, no pushing, no panic, like a city after rain. The guild ship limped. Its captain tried a last shot out of spite. A needle of light spat from a side gun and hit the tunnel wall, and came back as a small blink that kissed the gun clean out of existence without hurting the metal around it. The captain cut power and drifted, very quiet. Friend spoke again. Can I go with you? Cade smiled, sad and kind. You are too big, he said. We are small. We live in rooms and cities and ships, but we can be neighbors. We can talk. We can trade stories. We can draw a lane between us. A lane, Friend said. The tunnel thought about lanes, and then it made one. A thin, safe corridor through the edge of the nebula, marked by tiny, slow lights that blinked the smile every few heartbeats. Rhea nodded. A treaty line. Jun touched the air like a blessing. A place for lost ships to find home, Ortiz. wiped his eyes with his sleeve and said nothing smart for once. Pip recorded the pattern and filed it under Friend Lane, Do Not Jam. Cade set the wrench back in his pocket. The floor filled the outline in, as if it did not like empty shapes. One more thing, he said. A promise. We will come back. We will bring stories, fireflies, songs, jokes that are so bad they make you blink. Jokes, Friend said, tasting the word. Blink, Cade nodded. And you promise, no eating fear. Mercy first. Guests leave. Promise, Friend said. The letters came bright and gentle. Promise. The mule slid backward out of the tunnel, as if the dark itself took a careful step away from their door. The blue light of their ship rose back up the walls. Real starlight poured in. The nebula's ragged edge looked smaller somehow and kinder. Rhea took her seat. Ortiz, form up with the freed ships. June, check who needs med. Pip, send a General Hale. You are safe. Follow the lane out. Aye, Ortiz said. On it, June said. Sending, Pip said. Cade stood one last moment at the window and watched the place where the tunnel had been. He did not wave. He did not salute. He simply smiled. Far away, the dark blinked once, slow, gentle, like a neighbor closing a door softly so the baby can sleep. Rhea's voice came easy now. Cade, she said, what do we call this in the log? Cade looked at the smile beat pulsing faint on their panel. He thought of fireflies and tape lines and hands that don't touch but still meet. He thought of hunger that learned mercy, of a weapon that became a song. Call it a first visit, he said, and write this too. That night the dark learned our name.